Hey, folks, before we dive into this episode, put a needle in it. We wanted to give you a quick heads up. Around the 21-minute mark, some really weird audio stuff started happening glitches, strange noises, things that couldn't be explained. It genuinely freaked Charles and Lisa out, but they decided to leave it in. Stick around because after the weird moment in the episode, Charles and Lisa talk about it, and trust us, it only gets creepier. And you can ask yourself, was it real or was it a jackalope tale?
Hello, y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends and Music, where we uncover, is it real or is it a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And Charles and I were original founding members of the Toadies. Now we're podcasting.
Yes, and we got bougie. We've had espresso.
Oh my God, so much espresso. It was good.
Oh, it was.
Charles
I know.
is a barista.
Yeah.
He made a butthole on the top of my... He's like, can you make one?
It's all in the dripping. So you just got to make sure your drips go in the right place. And then you got a butthole, no problem.
Right.
Yeah.
But it had the butthole and the taint.
I had to go to school for that one. Yeah. But, and speaking of taint.
Good lead in.
Yeah, right. We're going to put a needle in it on this one.
Yeah, now today we're going to talk about two albums. We're going to talk about David Bowie's album, and we're going which one?
Toy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about Toadies Hell Below, Stars Above.
Look at that.
Or is it Stars Above, Hell Below? Hell Below, Stars Above.
Yeah. I don't know. They're
Who cares?
We'll name an album Stars.
I'm going to call it whatever the fuck I want.
Stars Below, Hell Above. Yeah. But this, it seems like everyone loves to be watching like documentaries and stuff, because every time Courtney and I turn on the TV, we'll go to ID or we'll go to one of the channels and there's a documentary about some new like
crime,
murder,
whatever.
Yes, everyone seems to be into that. I don't know if they've always, well, they kind of have always been, but it just
gets sucked into it on TikTok, and I don't know why.
Oh,
and I don't know how I've become that part of the algorithm, because
yeah.
I don't even know the backstory in most of these, but I'll listen to these people talk and like they're experts, and it's probably some lady named Sharon who lives in Iowa and is eating bonbons on her couch, and she's an expert about this murder and knows all these things.
Yeah.
Like all the details, like a detective.
Uh-huh. And I remember, oh God, it was a freak out moment when in the band we used to be in, Soul Shifter, and Dirty Steve, the guitarist.
Yeah.
His girlfriend at the time, she just showed up on an ID show.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was like Courtney was getting ready to go to bed, and I'm just turning the TV on, you know, background noise. And there's that girl on there talking about someone who had been killed. And
well, the sad thing is we were not shocked or surprised in any way. Like, we were like, oh my God, I didn't know this. And then we're like, yeah, it's kind of fits the script.
Yeah. Yeah.
That she would be describing a murder.
Oh yeah. But you had talked about that most recent one that's come out. It's like Gabby or whatever.
Yeah. The Gabby Petito one.
Yeah. And I'm with you, because didn't you say you all should really watch it? I mean, it is insane.
It's crazy
what happened on that. It's on Netflix. I think.
And I'm not one of those people that got really involved and was following it when they were camped out at her boyfriend's house. What's his name now?
Oh,
people are going to be screaming at us because I can't.
I know, but I could point him out in the
boyfriend's
lineup.
House. He's got a name that doesn't seem like a real name. Anyway, but they're at his parents' house and they're all camped out, and all over TikTok, they are following by the second, by the minute, every single thing. There's cameras on the houses and they're watching 24/7
to this day.
Yes,
No,
it's crazy. But for sure, when she was missing before they found her body, they were watching. And with those many eyes, and I'm sorry, housewives need to be solving crimes. That's who you need to get to be
isn't that
detectives.
true?
They sit on their couch and they figure shit out.
Yeah, they do.
They really do. It's, I don't know, it's a good pastime, but I would put all of this stuff, like have a housewives think tank to solve murders.
It's like instead of Bible study,
right,
they're doing a murder study.
Right, put your powers to good.
Yes, see, they could figure out, I mean, all these unsolved cases. Just let them have it. They'll bake some cookies for the meeting.
They'll bake cookies and have sell Tupperware and then sit and here's the cold file. And give them a cold file and let them figure it out.
Oh, but
and here's all the stuff.
Yep. When I see a new episode of anything, I'm like, okay, we got to watch it. So
yes.
And then all the conspiracies come out and everything like that.
The conspiracy stuff is the most fun.
It is.
You know, the conjecture and all of that crap.
Because you said the conspiracy on that Gabby story is that the boyfriend is not dead.
Correct. And I kind of believe it.
Because the mother and dad of the boy supposedly found his body.
Yeah, there's too many weird things. Like he snuck out with all those cameras and all those housewives watching.
Yeah.
He somehow got into the house and left the house with no one noticing. No way.
Nuh-uh.
No.
They had every angle on that house.
There were people with freaking drones and camera. There was no way he was in the house.
Yeah.
So I think he was hiding out someplace. And I think I agree with the conspiracy theorists who think that Mama helped him escape and go someplace.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about the DNA that they found on the body. I don't know how to explain all that crap.
But hey,
I need another housewife to explain it to me how that could be true. But I do believe that Mama's not going to let the little guy kill himself.
No.
Not after they spent $25,000 on an attorney to hide him.
Yeah.
And to get in front of the cops.
No.
And not when Mama's sending him letters like, I'll kill anybody to help you,
I'll help you bury the body.
Yes. Like, so no way Mama let him die.
No.
Mama scurried him away somewhere.
Yeah. I agree.
He's probably in the Virgin Islands somewhere, sipping a Mai Tai cocktail. And he's grown like a beard. And he's dyed his hair a weird color.
Gruesome hair. But speaking of all the deaths and stuff, we're talking about David Bowie on the first one. So
yeah, this one's interesting because I never heard this.
No. And I didn't get really into David Bowie until later on in my life. And there was a box set that I had bought a couple of years ago, and it had this album in it. And I didn't think anything of it. But when I started digging into the details, holy hell, this is crazy, actually. But in 2000, David Bowie recorded an album called Toy. And the premise of the record was that he was reimagining some of his earliest songs from like in the 60s.
Wow.
Very early in his career. But the cool part about it was he was not just rehashing them. He was putting kind of a different spin on them, kind of updating them.
Reimagining.
Yes, exactly.
Original.
Yeah, which I love the album. It's very cool. And the whole idea for the album came about because he was quite a ways back on VH1 Storyteller.
Yeah.
Where the musician would come out, perform, and talk about some songs. And he did a rehash of one song that came back that was from the late 60s. And at one of his concerts, the lead singer of Def Leppard, who ends up being like a huge David Bowie fan, knows everything about him, met with him backstage and said, I loved you taking that song from way back when and kind of making it different. So that was kind of the inspiration for the album Toy.
Really?
Yeah, because David really enjoyed kind of updating the song.
Yeah.
And kind of created a new aspect for it. And so Bowie was very excited about the project, and he even intended it to be a surprise release. So he wasn't even going to tell anyone.
Just release it?
Yep. Just put it out. And
okay.
He was really creatively energized at the time. He just wanted to create and write. So they all get together, record this album, and Virgin Records, then he takes it to them and they refuse to release it.
Why?
Claiming it wasn't commercially viable. How the hell do you say no to David Bowie?
Well, first of all, he never was.
Mm-mm.
I take in the 80s, Modern Love and China Girl. But when was he ever before that commercially viable? Really?
No.
He was always pushing
the
envelope. If it wasn't with his music, it was with his personas that he created with the albums, right?
Oh, that's right.
So, you're not going to put the Scary Monsters, David Bowie, on, the everyday pop stuff.
No.
Right?
He really seemed to always be pushing the envelope.
That's what you love.
It's like he's ahead of the curve.
Right. So you're going to tell him, oh, this isn't commercially viable. And, please make another Modern Love.
Yeah.
In the early aughts?
No, because he's not going to do that. He's going to move on to something totally different, which will then catch on years down the road. So, but I mean, he was totally frustrated with the rejection. It was a major blow to him. He ended up leaving Virgin Records and signed with Columbia after that. But Toy remained officially unreleased for over 20 years.
Holy shit.
After the recording of it. And there has been talk about Toy being a cursed album.
Okay.
And there's some evidence of it because, first of all, after recording Toy, a couple of years later, David Bowie's health started declining. In 2004, he suffered a heart attack at a show in Germany, and that stopped him from touring forever.
I forgot about the heart attack.
Yeah. So he never toured again after that. Many fans believe this marked the beginning of his slow withdrawal from public life, eventually leading to his death from cancer in 2016. So fans speculate that the Toy album was linked to bad energy, given how excited Bowie was about it, and then only to have it shut down. Now, that's not the only thing that happened with Toy. So you've got producer Mark Plotty. I hope I say that right. Mm-hmm. But he worked closely with Bowie on the album. And then after the album, he suffered a significant career decline after the album was shelved. He had been poised to be Bowie's go-to producer, but was cut out of later projects after Toy's failure. And his career never reached the same heights again, and he faded into obscurity.
Really?
Not all that either. Guitarist Earl Slick.
Yeah.
He was a Bowie veteran. He played on Toy and was a core part of Bowie's live band. After the album's shelving, his career stalled and he struggled with addiction and financial problems. And some fans believe his lack of involvement in later Bowie albums was tied to Toy's failure as Bowie started to move into a new direction.
Wow.
I know. And then there's more. Then you've got a singer named M. Greiner, female vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
She was a backing vocalist on the Toy session, and she saw her rising career plateau after the year 2000. The album was recorded then. She had expected to break into the mainstream, but after Toy failed to see the light of day, her career never took off as anticipated, and no other real projects for her. And then you've got Mick Karen, the bassist, who had worked with Bowie, and was rumored to have been considered for Toy because he had played with him a lot. He died of cancer in 2011. And while he wasn't on the final recordings of Toy, he was close to Bowie during this period. And his passing added to the eerie pattern of bad luck surrounding the Toy era.
Oh, man.
So I mean, like I was saying, for years, Toy existed only as an underground bootleg, and it was leaked in low quality form, like around 2011. But in 2021, Toy was remastered and finally given an official release. And strangely, the album was released exactly 5 years after Bowie's death, almost as if it had been waiting for his passing before it could come out.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Bowie recorded it, was proud of it. He could have released it, right?
Well, I guess maybe, sometimes if you did a project, I'm assuming if you do a project and then it's just trash by the record label, it seems like he just wants to move on and do something else. Maybe there was so much bad that he associated with this.
Right.
I can only speculate, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. But some fans claim that the original version of Toy was different and dangerous, and the curse was lifted by it being remastered. So, I know. So kind of eerie stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I know we've talked about it before, but the Toadies had an album where you recorded it, and then the label didn't like it.
Yeah.
And
and you know what?
What?
I think that led to the curse of the album we're going to talk about.
Because
the album that was supposed to come out did not come out. Feeler was the album that was recorded and supposed to come out. And it was recorded with Paul Leary.
Yeah.
And it was blistering rock and roll. And we were told that there wasn't anything like Possum Kingdom on there. So
now, has that never been released because
the guys
Interscope owns it?
No.
Okay.
The guys re-recorded it.
Okay.
Went back in the studio, re-recorded it. The re-recordings are, this is just my opinion, are bad.
Okay.
It's not good. It didn't capture that. Because when we went in the studio to record Feeler, we were pissed.
Of course.
Because the record company was just being jerky. They made us go out with Bush. Most of the songs are about being on tour with Bush.
Yeah.
So they're, they're about
angsty.
Yeah. There's some angst going on there. We switched guitar players.
Mm-hmm.
So some of it was written before the guitar player and then during. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I think that Feeler album not coming out led to the curse of Hell Below Stars Above.
Yeah, I know. Can't believe a cursed album that you were a part of.
Right?
Ooh,
I know.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to hear this one.
So, like we talked about, Hell Below Stars Above was the album that the record label greenlighted.
No,
whichever.
I'll go with either.
So they didn't like Feeler. They said, go back in, write some more songs. These songs are written specifically for the record company.
Now, did you feel like they were kind of like, okay, this'll do? Or was it more like, okay, great, this sounds good.
They were okay, great.
Okay.
Because there were a couple of songs on there that we wrote to try and emulate Rubberneck.
Okay.
It didn't do a good job, though.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because these were the songs that these were the songs instead of the songs we wanted, right?
Yeah.
So the album we wanted to record was sitting, waiting, and in the wings with Paul Leary at the fucking helm, and it was a scorcher. And then they wanted us to do this one, and Hell Below Stars Above was a little introspective. I don't think that it went over well with our fans because there were some love songs and stuff on there.
I was going to say the first word that never has come to mind when I've heard the album is scorcher.
Yeah, it's not. It's an introspective. There's some love songs, and it's us dealing with the minutia of being on a major label and the pressure of having to write another hit song.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already got a bunch of energy that's not good around it.
Gotcha.
Right.
Oh,
so we're going in the studio with this. So I'll just set the stage.
Yeah.
So by all accounts, Hell Below Stars Above been triumphant.
Oh yeah.
Well,
paid it. Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Or sorry, 2001.
Okay.
Sorry, I added another.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Thank you for knowing the year.
Oh, God.
Okay, that was really weird.
That was not anything we had planned.
Yeah.
We really are not.
So I've never publicly told this story, and I think it's weird that the recording stops or tries to stop when I'm telling this story.
It started just kind of freezing, and our voices got effed up.
Yeah.
And
which is what happened in the studio.
Right when you were going to start talking about it.
So we went in with producers, Tom Rothrock and Rob Schnoff.
Okay.
And they called this the Gremlins, the studio Gremlins.
Okay.
Because recordings would jack up like that.
Wow.
Or lights would flash. Things would come unplugged.
Oh.
So this is just weird. That happens when we're recording it live.
Freaky. Okay.
So bear with us as we're telling the story.
Yeah. And we figured we'd go ahead and put that in just to kind of show that.
Yeah. And we did not do that. That was not planned. This is just happening. This is just part of it. So be careful out there, kids, listening to this record.
If you're listening in the car, we have no liability to whatever happens to your car.
Right.
So, or in your house. We don't take any responsibility.
Right. So, so we called it the Studio Gremlins.
Yeah.
Or Tom and Rob referred to it as Studio Gremlins.
Okay.
But it was just weird. But we were all in weird places anyway, so it just felt par for the course because we weren't in a happy place.
Yeah.
As a band. And I think I said that Mark's drum throne kept being turned over every time we go in the studio.
God.
It would be upside down.
And if there's nothing more careful than people are with miking the stuff and having it in the studio, and it stays right there. So there's a consistency.
No one touches a thing. But constantly things were coming unplugged, or we do a great recording. We'd lay down a good bass track and go in and listen to it, and nothing was there. It was messed up.
God.
Or like what we just did, where it was garbled, right?
Oh.
So constantly all of these things were happening, and we were plagued with the studio gremlins.
Damn.
So
way to bring the curse here.
I know, you're welcome. You're so welcome.
God bless.
But and there were several times where we thought we heard someone crying in one of the isolation booths.
What?
Yeah, where you have the isolation booths where you can record a guitar part or the vocal parts. We thought someone was crying in there. Go in there, it's totally fucking empty.
What?
Right. So anyway, it's probably just our souls.
Yeah.
But the real tragedy struck later. Most people know that Elliott Smith played piano on this album.
I know, you told me that.
Which is really cool. And the way that came about is that Tom and Rob were finishing up Elliott's album.
What?
At the same time. So they were putting the final touches on Elliott's record and said, "Hey, Toadies are really big fans. Would you want to come on and do something?" And he was like, "I'm not a really good pianist, but okay, I'll go and do it."
Yeah.
And he played piano.
Wow.
But one night while he was working with Tom and Rob, he said, "There's something that's not right about that recording." And he was talking to him about it. He's like, "There's something's up with it. I don't know. I don't even know what it feels not right."
Yeah.
And Tom and Rob are like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And Elliott's like, "It just feels dark. It's really heavy. It's really heavy.
Whoa.
Really heavy energy." And I guess Elliott was kind of an empathic kind of guy.
Okay.
And you can tell in his music, he's, a deep feeling kind of guy.
Right.
So they're all like, okay, whatever. But
Yeah.
a month later, Elliott Smith passed away.
God, I know.
Right. And it was weird circumstances.
Yes.
I believe that it was ruled a suicide, but there's odd things about it. That's one where they need to make one of those documentaries about
musicians. And
yes, because this one's an odd one. It's very, very odd circumstances.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was a suicide.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Oh, no. There are a lot of things that make them question that.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, oh, y'all just, no. There's no way you could call it a suicide.
Right. So in the days before his passing, he had become increasingly paranoid, was convinced that someone was following him. And his girlfriend reported that he would wake up screaming in the middle of the night about drowning in the darkness.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know,
Damn.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Stars Above was finally released, and it failed commercially.
Yeah.
Totally, completely tanked.
Mm-hmm.
Fans had waited for years for the album to come out, and I think they felt that it was unsettling as well.
Yeah.
That it was not really indicative of the band that they had heard before. And
well, even the cover is kind of dark. It's just kind of that image.
Well, that is an image from F. Stop Fitzgerald from a coffee table book I had. It's an archangel.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
it's actually a weird. He weirdly doctored a stained glass window of an archangel to make it silvery.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's an archangel, and I found it's from one of my books, and I freaking love.
Wow.
I've stopped Fitzgerald's photography. Anyway, so there were fans who were reporting that when they would play the record or the CD, that it would stop in certain places. And it wasn't a recording problem because it would stop at different places. And it wouldn't matter if it was a CD or vinyl, it would just all of a sudden stop.
Oh God.
Right? And so just like in the middle of a track, it would just stop.
Damn.
Yeah. So, when you have people's machinery stop working in the middle of a track, that's
that doesn't make any sense.
Because we thought it was a problem with the
pressing.
The pressing.
Yeah.
And we checked, it was not.
God.
It was something weird was happening. And then to add to another piece of bad luck, or whatever, maybe it was a progression of the curse. The band broke up shortly after the release of that record.
Wow.
So
damn. It did. God, just dark overall.
So the band broke up, and decades long partnership between Tom Rothrock and Rob Schnapf also broke up.
No.
So, they were producers for Beck and Foo Fighters.
Right.
And Elliott Smith and all of these great records. And after Hell Below, Stars Above, they went separate ways.
Damn.
They couldn't do it anymore together.
Man, Paul Leary put a curse on that album.
You know what? If Paul Leary did, I feel like it's a blessing.
But see, it's just like everything was just so set up to be jacked up on that album.
Yeah.
The situation y'all were put in.
Yeah.
And everything just oh God. I can't even imagine.
If Paul Leary cursed it, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But I don't think he did. I think the record company did.
Amen to that. Yeah, they're the ones that do all the voodoo shit.
It fucked us. It fucked Paul. And it just
it fucked everyone.
Fans. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's true.
Yeah, because I think Feeler should have come out.
Oh.
And yeah.
God, man.
And I love Tom and Rob. They're amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny that we went back to what worked the first time. We were trying to recreate that magic, that lightning in the bottle that we had the first time.
Yeah.
To the point where we even got the same producers.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
When if we had just finished up with Paul Leary, because Paul Leary was just coming off the Sublime album,
oh God,
which sounded amazing. I just wonder what would happen if that album had come out and we let it fly.
Yeah. Well, and I wonder if because if the Sublime album had just come out, if the record label had seen how good Paul Leary was and what he could create.
They did, because the Sublime album was already hidden.
Yeah.
And that's why they allowed us to pick Paul Leary.
Oh, in the beginning. Okay.
Yes.
So they they just didn't like the finished product.
They didn't like it at all.
Oh.
And
yeah, go ahead.
Paul's good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of documentaries, the new Butthole Surfers documentary is coming out that I want to see.
Oh, I'm so excited
at South by Southwest.
for that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, I love Paul, and I just freaking hate the way that went down.
No, I put all the blame on the record label.
Yep.
Yeah, because look at that. They fucked up David Bowie, and then they screwed you all. Damn.
Yeah.
Man.
And look at what else happened at that record label, too. Is that what happened to Tupac? Maybe Interscope has a curse.
And Interscope's not around anymore.
I know, right?
Ooh.
Right. First
the curse was killed.
Ooh.
Let's hope.
Then they made Gwen Stefani famous. Cursed everybody.
Yes, no kidding. I know. Now all these idiots can spell banana.
Kind of they unleashed that shit.
That's the only good thing they can show from all that.
We're gonna unleash this plague and we're gonna call it Gwen Stefani.
We're gonna Stefani this place. Oh man.
Anyway, that's the curse of Hell Below, Stars Above.
I think the computer made it through everything. So
it did.
It just was that initial.
Broke the curse.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about it.
We start. Way to break the curse.
But still, you should probably do the Hail Marys and whatnot.
Oh, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. I'll just make up some shit too, just to feel like better about the situation.
I saw when I was driving up here, they're having baptisms at the lake.
Oh, did you see that? Oh, really?
There's a sign, a big
sign.
For
how much?
I don't know. But I mean, do you want to?
Are you serious?
Yes. There was a sign that someone painted when I'm driving up here, and it's like baptisms at the lake, and it had an arrow.
Oh no way.
It's freaking cold. Who's gonna get in that lake?
Hell yeah. And in that lake, you're probably gonna get one of those little worms that go into your brain and kill you. Yeah. Just attacks your brain a different way. Oh damn. Well,
anyway, yeah.
The kazoo
it can remove curses, right?
I have heard that.
And stains.
Amen to that.
I got that nasty Shroud of Turin clean. It was dirty.
So while you clean, you play the kazoo. Yeah. so you just get a double clean. Yeah. But yeah, we're to the Lone Star Salute.
I have a funny one.
Oh, I love funny. Well, they're all funny, but I love a good
This
twist
one's funny
on it.
to me.
Oh no.
Because there locally is a bar and grill called Toadies Bar and Grill.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to read the review from Toadies Bar and Grill.
You've been, and I haven't.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny. Go there.
Okay.
I'm just going to say go there. If you're in Fort Worth, go there. So this is by Ashley M.
Okay.
And she says, if you like white trash, this place is for you. Me and my friend always come here and have had no problems. So she's saying if you like white trash, it's for you, but this is where I go.
See, I know. I thought that was a derogatory statement, but she's like going, making it a plus.
Let's go, people.
Okay.
Bring your wife beaters. Literally.
Yeah.
So she says,
well, first they get baptized, then they go to the Toadie's place. So yeah.
She says, I'm assuming the server, Tish, tonight was already angry or something, but she spazzed like a tweaker and was so rude to us for literally no reason.
Oh.
Then the manager, Jeff, comes over and basically defends the server, even though he was rude to loyal customers.
Oh.
And it has 3 exclamation points.
Mm.
And then he shakes my hand and squeezes it so hard, trying to act tough and assert dominance over a situation
Oh, God.
that he was not even that big of a deal. And I don't understand what she's trying to say because the wording's really weird. And then she says, ha ha, such a shithole. We were happy to take our business over to Burton Street.
I guess they're not going to be patrons of the place that much longer. Or...
So is Burton Street white trash too? And you're looking for the perfect white trash place?
It must be. Yeah. So they're on the hunt for a better white trash area. And look at that.
Have you tried Eagle Mountain Lake?
And look at that. They're using our name and they're giving bad service.
Right.
And they're white trash. But hey, that's kind of funny.
I would just tell you that if we were to start a Toadies bar and grill, it would be amazing.
Oh,
hell yeah. We'd have good food, good service. And
or would we end up being like that place up in like Chicago where they insult you? It's that hot dog place, I think, or that there's a little walk up food. I think it's even more than a truck.
Okay.
But they like insult you. And then
how about if you just smack someone in the face with a hot dog before they order? Just like with a limp wiener. Like, you sure you want to order? Yes. And they're, I'm going to hit you in the face with the wiener. And you go, okay. And you're like, bam, bam. You just like give him wiener slaps. And he's like, okay, you can come in.
It's like the rite of passage.
Right.
I would go for that. So I'd work there.
The Toadies wiener slap.
Yeah. And you're real special if you get a double wiener slap.
And you get baptized in hot dog water.
Oh, yeah. So
actually, that might smell good later.
That's not bad.
Probably not. You know, you're not for sure. Like, what's that
You're
smell?
left with a residue.
Right, what's that smell? It's the hot dog water from my baptism earlier. Actually, hot dog water baptisms would be amazing.
God, that's got to do something good
Should
for
we start
you.
A church? Actually, okay, it won't be a Toadies bar and grill. It'll be a Toadies church.
Yes.
And
then instead of a church bus, we'll have the Wienermobile.
Yes.
And we'll just throw hot dog water on people.
It'll be the baptismal Wienermobile.
With a big old tub that comes out of the back.
Oh my God.
Drop people in.
Yes, to dip them in hot dog water.
Okay. And then they get a hot dog.
It would be warm at least.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
A little bit warm.
Little greasy and
have the little layer on the top.
That little
that you have to break it with your foot to get it.
We lose everyone when they go under. Yeah, because we can't see them.
Not with the tongs.
Yes.
And giant tongs to pull them out.
Oh, God. Man.
You know, I think this would be a great church. It's tax exempt.
Oh, hell yes. Okay. So many business
So did we
write-offs.
just come up with a good business?
I think we did. Oh, God. Okay. Well,
I kind of like it. I think people would be down with the hot dog water.
I think so. I mean,
and then you get like a really good like Costco hot dog.
Oh,
for donation.
Extra long. Yeah. Yeah.
You give a donation to the church and you get a hot dog.
Yeah.
You have to have a food license for that. I wonder.
Not as a church.
Right. I don't think so.
Because they serve wafers and juice. So we may as well be able to serve hot dogs. And oh my God.
Body of wiener of Christ. Yes. Forget the body. You just want the wiener of Christ.
And you get slapped for your sins.
Mary's favorite. And that's what they. What do you want?
Oh my God! I want Mary's favorite. Oh my God! With relish.
Going to hell. We just broke the curse, though.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
good.
Yeah. We're really pushing the edge. So we may as well just start blasting everything. Well, I mean, I don't have one as creative as that one, but I found a review by Waxier Note 668 about David Bowie's first album.
Oh.
Have you ever really listened to David Bowie's first album?
No, it's not my favorite one.
No, it's, I mean,
and it came out before I was born.
Yeah.
And so it was hard for me to catch back up.
Yeah, it just, when you listen to all his other projects, it's like that one's just, you can tell it's just like a guy just trying to start.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of what this guy's thinking. He titled his review, "The Most British," in parentheses, derogatory album I've ever heard.
Oh.
So, yeah, you
All
can
right.
kind of, some of these songs are kind of fun in a goofy way, and it's interesting to hear a very young Bowie at the start of his career, but that's about all the album has going for it. It's just so British. It's goofy that it ends up sounding like a really bad Monty Python album.
Oh my God, that sounds awesome.
Right? The oppressively overbearing oboe in every song doesn't help very much. So we have the kazoo. Bowie had the oboe.
It's the opposite of the kazoo.
It really is.
It is overly oppressive.
The Satan mobile's going to have an oboe, and we'll have a kazoo. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, all of our hymns have to be done on kazoo.
God. Yes.
That's
so good.
That
Amazing
idea is going to
Grace.
be in my brain for a long time. Or Amazing Frank. All of our hymns deal with hot dogs.
Oh God. Yes.
Oh God. Yeah. Speaking of getting slapped by wieners, it's the happy ending. We're segueing so good on this one.
We have to do something. It was so freaking dark and non-laughing for so many minutes. You can't handle it.
Right, God.
Can't handle all the darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do? Talk about poop or talk about wieners?
It's our go-to.
Today's wieners.
It's our comfort zone.
And so
Yeah, that nervous laugh we have, so we start
God.
talking about wieners.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
My lucky Nutria foot in my pocket, so I die.
Oh, that's a whole other story. Oh,
So let me just say, in the happy ending, you make your own luck. And I think
Yeah.
probably you can talk about any recording and you can find bad things that happen that
Yeah.
are kind of around it or in the peripheral
yeah,
parts of
yeah,
the making of a record.
yeah. It never goes smooth.
So when you look for something bad, you can find something bad. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So if you
yeah.
look for something good, you're going to find something good because there were good things that happened with Stars Above.
Yeah.
Not many, not as many as
No.
Rubberneck, but
I know a lot of albums have not had this kind of darkness as
Right.
these two did.
But one thing that I do see as the common denominator is the fucking record company,
God, yes.
right? So David Bowie's
Oh.
record company, the Toadies record company. So stay away from record companies. We've said it before. Record companies are the devil.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They are completely the fucking
It's that
devil.
corporate business crap.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They killed the music industry and they killed bands and
Yeah.
they killed musicians.
Mm-hmm.
So a plague upon your house, record companies.
Yes.
Let's get back on with the Wiener Mobile.
Yeah, there you go.
You have anything to add to?
Oh, I just think we've always had that approach to record labels, though, because we've always appreciated the smaller labels that really supported
Yeah.
all the bands. And that's where go out and don't get spoon fed by these record companies. Go out and find music
Right.
and support those bands that
Right.
are doing their own thing.
I mean, any big artist that's out there right now, if you talk to them candidly, they're going to tell you that the record company made them do something against their best judgment, morals, whatever.
Yeah.
Even Adele.
Yeah.
It's just who I think should be like ruling the world right now. She took a step back because record companies suck.
Yeah.
So Justin Bieber, I mean, that kid, even you hear some of the shit the record companies made him do.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like you always end up hearing where the record labels are not afraid to tell someone to fuck off or say no to them. Any artist.
Right.
That's why Pearl Jam had to leave and do their own thing. That's why they put out a CD of every one of their shows on a particular tour.
Pearl Jam, Prince.
Yeah.
Who else is in this?
Oh, I mean, good God. I mean,
Taylor Swift, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so no one is immune to the bullshit and the omen, the dark omen of the record company.
They see themselves as God.
Yep.
Yeah. And so
we give you two fuck offs.
Yes. Big fuck offs. 2 hits with 2 wieners. They're not going to be baptized on our wiener truck.
That's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll give you guys the good wiener slaps, and thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate you, even though sometimes it doesn't look like it. We really do.
We really do. There can be good wiener slaps.
There's so many good wiener slaps. So thank you for listening. Please follow us on all the socials and check out our notes.
Yes, we're glad we made it through this episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, rate, leave us reviews on Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. We're getting so close to where we can go live. So
maybe we'll do live wiener slaps. I mean,
that'll be on the top of the list.
If we can get live on YouTube and we can start monetizing this.
Yeah.
It's our goal to get a wiener mobile and start doing the baptisms. So if you guys want hot dog water baptisms, let's do it, man.
Let us know. Yeah, definitely.
Let's fund this. Maybe. So, hey, just let us know if we do a Patreon, would you guys give us money so we can get hot dog water for you?
We would.
It's free baptisms. Free baptisms.
No joke. And
but if you want a hot dog, it's a donation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And as a result, the curse will be lifted.
Right.
Yeah.
And we'll have someone with a hairnet and gloves.
Yeah.
Rubber gloves give you the hot dog. We won't do it. We're doing baptisms only.
And hairnets.
Well, we're not going to wear a hairnet. Are you going to wear a hairnet?
Well, hell no, I don't need to.
I think it would be funny if you wore a hairnet and did a baptism.
Maybe
it's hot dog water.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
Well,
we love you.
Love you all.
Love you so much. And join us next time as we question, is it real or is it a jackalope tale?
Watch for those wiener slaps. But it's a good thing.
I mean, if we had a dunk tank of wiener water, like we could have a whole wiener slap festival.
Yeah.
And it was different kind of hot dog tastings and the hot dog water dunk tank.
Yeah. Oh.
Where you throw...
I think you're onto something.
Maybe you throw ketchup and mustard bottles instead of a softball.
So we can have a fair next to our...
Yes.
Yep. Everything is a wiener ride.
Hot dog carnival.
Yeah. Throw the wiener into the bottle.
Right.
Or the bucket and win a wiener.
Yes. Wiener tosses. Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like to toss this wiener?
You must be this tall to toss your wiener.
And the wiener rides.
Oh, that'd be so good. And then the waterfall is the hot dog. Is the hot dog water.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you ride. It's not a log ride. It's the wiener ride.
It's the
You splash in the hot dog water. This seems really awesome.
Yeah.
I would go there.
I would.
And everyone's walking around smelling like hot dog water anyway.
Oh, yeah. And come up with all different recipes for hot dogs. So,
man.
Yeah.
I love
okay.
hot dogs.
I know. I need one
And
now.
corn dogs. too.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. That's a whole other wiener. Okay.
Got a wiener in it. That would be the whole thing. Does it have a wiener in it? It's in.
Right. Guys get in for free. Bye, everyone. This episode was brought to you by Espresso.
Man, we got too dark.
Bye.
Do something happy like wieners.
Hot doggy, pulo e rolar. Adotar é amar. Vem brincar. Hot dog, latindo de alegria. Com minha nova família. É só folia. Hot dog, pulo e rolar. Adotar é amar. Vem brincar.
Oh, Jesus.